Hi everybody. It's been a long time since I've done a video and I'm really sorry about that. Not feeling well last couple of weeks. But I'm back and I'm going to do a video of one of the cards that I was going to do for my my card class. I'll also show a couple of other things. Don't forget that this month, the month of July, they're having the bonus days, so for every $50 American that you spend, you get a $5 bonus coupon. And what they'll do is they'll say you do a $50 order, they will send you your receipt in the email, but then they will send you an extra email that has the code for your $5 coupon. And then at the end of the month, have all those codes saved up, and then next month you can use all of those coupons however you want to spend them. You say if you're going to do one big order, you can use all those coupons and apply them to that one order. Or if you're going to do several throughout the month, you can save them for each order you're going to make, however you want to do it. So that's going on this month. We just had July 4th, Independence Day here in America, so there's that. Not much else is going on in July for me. I will be out on vacation from my regular job the week of the 21st through the 27th, or 22nd through 26th, however you want to look at it. So I probably won't do any videos or any posting or anything along those lines that time. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I will say, actually, I am working on the card class for the month for the end of this month, which will be the 31st, and I'm going to do holiday cards, Christmas cards. So if you'd like to be here for that, I'd love it. I'm trying to get it set up to be a craft along, and what a craft along is you can either buy the PDF only. You can buy the product beforehand. You can do an order on Stampin' Up, and to buy you can get the products that I'm going to use for the cards, or just any order you want to do. But if you do the $50 order, then I will send you the card kit. So I'll have all the items pre-cut for you and ready to go. Nothing will be stamped. I can't stamp anything, but the die cuts will be die cut out. And then I'll have you get the order into me. Probably need to get the order into me by, I'm going to say, the 15th of the month. Well, that's Monday. So say by the 19th of the month, if you'll get your order into me, I will get everything die cut and sent back out to you so that you'll have it for the 31st, so that you can craft along with me. And then, but it'll also be that if you're watching and you haven't ordered anything, you can still place an order on Stamping Up, and I can still send you the items to craft. You'll just watch the video later. It won't be live. So there'll be more details about that. I'm going to post those. I'll get all those details posted by Friday. But there's that. I'll give you a little bit of sneak peek what the cards are going to look like. Thought I would get on the Christmas in July, holiday in July bandwagon that everybody does. Let's see, that is it, I think. So we'll get started with the card. Like I said, one of the cards that I was going to do for the class last month. So let me get down to my desktop and then we will go. Okay. So I have the cards. There's a little bit of lag there, sorry about that. So I have the card pre-cut out. I have all the items, and then this is how when you get a card kit from me, this is how it's going to look. It's going to all be in there. I have a little bag that they'll be in. I'll have everything in the little bag, so that's how you'll get it from me. And everything, all the pieces will be cut out to size, so that you can see I'll have the items die cut out. So you'll have everything you need to start the card. Okay. This card is really simple. It really is. But I think it's really cute. So I'm only using one of the DSPs, one little piece of the DSP for the main base, and then another part of the DSP. And see, I use the same DSP, but I just use different sides of it. So we'll go ahead and get started with the card. One thing that I did with the card, and you don't have to do this, but I did it, was I kind of messed up the edge a little bit. I just took my fingernail and just roughed up the edge. To me, that just gives it a little bit of texture, and I like that texture. You don't have to do this. This is completely optional, but it is something that I like to do every once in a while, just to give the card a little bit of character. And so just go along the edges of the card, of the piece, and so that one's going to go there, and I'll show you the basic layout of what the card's going to look like this, and then I took a little strip. I took and cut these strips, and then I ran them through the embosser. So it's going to look like that. That's going to be the base of it. But I also added a little bit of extra to these pieces, and I'll show you. For this set, I'm going to be using, and here's the embossing folder that I used for that. So it's the Eyelet 3D embossing folder, and that's really cute. I mean, it goes perfectly well along with this pattern paper. And then I'm using the Country Flowers stamp set. So for the one piece, I'm going to use this stamp. So I'll show you what all the stamps are on here. I'm going to be using this stamp set, So Lucky to Know You, and then the little eyelet stamp. But for this one, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the watermark color. Watermark stamp, sorry, no color. It is no color. And all this does is it just gives a subtle color of the color that's on the paper. And it's kind of hard to see right at first, but it's just ever so slightly there. And then I just kind of turned it. And there. So that way, like I said, it just takes that color that's on the paper and just kind of gives a little subtle stamp on there. So there's that one. And it gives the same, here's what I'll show you for the other one. You can do this either way. For the other one, I'm going to use the eyelet, and you can either use the stamp pad to do the color, or you can do the Versamark. It kind of gives you the same, and you can see on the back, and here's where you can kind of test. So you can kind of see what it does. See, the watermark gives it kind of a subtle color, whereas if you use the cardstock of the same color, because this is Petal Pink, if you use the stamp pad of the same color as the cardstock and do it, it gives you just a little bit darker of a color. But it's up to you, whichever one you want to do, if you'd like that little bit stronger color or if you like the little bit lighter. And I think I had pressed just a little bit light when I did it, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the stamp pad instead of the Versamark. And there I'm just taking, and I'm just going to put that dot all over it. So just kind of bear with me here as we stamp along this. And I'm kind of trying to keep it uniform, but it's not going to be completely uniform. But it'll still look good. because it's kind of going to be hidden a little bit behind the circle. So there you go. Very quick. Okay, I'll go ahead and close that up. Okay, so now I've got all the pieces, and then I'm going to do the same with these as I did with the DSP, and I'm just going to rough up the edge a little bit with my fingernail. And like I said, this is completely optional. You don't need to do this. This is just my way of just giving my card a little bit of character and being unique. Okay. The only one I don't rough up is the edge of this one, because he's kind of already roughed up being embossed. Hope everybody had a good holiday weekend. We just went out, and where we live there's a town not too far from us that allows people to come in and shoot off their own fireworks in a big open field. And that was fun, getting to see everybody else's fireworks, and little kids got to be in a little area where they could shoot off, you know, hold their sparklers or shoot off little smoke bombs or any little thing that just maybe was just a pop or something like that. They all got to go in that little area. But lots of people were just sitting and watching the fireworks. Okay, now we'll go ahead and we will put the base of the cards on. So I'm just going to use my stamp and seal on the back. Do that, and here's where you just kind of got to eyeball it a little bit. So I might have my head in the way in case you see my hair. It's just because I'm got my head in the way while I'm trying to eyeball it a little better. Okay, and there you can see I practiced on the back, so that one's being hidden. Nothing wrong with practicing on one side before you do the side you're going to show. So there we go. Again, you might see my hair while I'm trying to get that stuck on there, right? Now for the little skinny piece, I'm going to go and grab my glue. Forgot that I didn't have it over here because he's so skinny, he's hard to use the adhesive on, so I like to just use the glue. So we'll take the glue and we'll just put a little bit of a strip, a little bit down the center of this piece. So not a whole lot. And then you just stick that one on the end. And that's something that I like about glue, is that you can play with it before. Okay, now for this piece, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp the So Lucky to Know You. And I'm going to use the other color that's there, Misty Moonlight. I'm going to stamp that in Misty Moonlight. So I'll stamp over here, make sure that it's stamped up pretty good. Yep. Okay. And now you just kind of want to put it a little off to the side, but not too much. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take that eyelid again, and we're going to use the Petal Pink. And we're going to put just a little flower over here, little eyelet flower. Okay, close those up. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to center it on the big one. Now for these dies, these shapes, I use the Spotlight on Nature dies, which is several different sizes of circles, and there's actually 2 sets. The other set has got different patterns around the edges, so just you can choose whichever style you want. They're kind of tight in there, but this way you can see. So there's one set of circles, and there's the other set of circles. So that one's a fun one. You can use all sorts of different sets. So we'll go ahead and I'm gonna go just use adhesive on this side to adhere it, and like I said, just kind of eyeball it in the center there. And then I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna use the dimensionals to attach it to the card base itself. Now when I send the kits, I will include I'll include all the pieces. So I won't include dimensionals. You'll have to have those or the adhesive. But some people don't like dimensionals, some people do, so that's why it's, when you get the kits, you do get to make them your own. Like this set, this would be perfect. You don't need to use the Country Flowers sentiment. You could use a sentiment from anyone. Okay, and then here I'm just going to set this right there. Okay. Now I'm also going to take this piece, it's just a piece of linen thread. I think it was the baker's twine, sorry, piece of the baker's twine. And I'm going to make a little bow with it. So this is, takes me a couple times. Got to practice each time. So bring that through. Bring that through. Okay. So there we have just a cute little bow. It's okay if he's a little lopsided, because it just kind of, again, adds character. Okay, and then to attach that to the front of the card, I'm going to use the glue dots. I'm just going to take my bow that I just made, put it on top of a glue dot, pop it off of there, and just kind of stick it there. Okay? And then for the flower, I'm going to take one of the Iridescent Pearls. I'm going to take one of the little ones, pop that off of there, and put that right there in the center of that. So now he's got a cute little bow, or cute little center for his flower. And that's the card. So you can write a letter, or if you want to, you can, if you have another stamp set that you like the saying, there's another stamp in here that would probably be perfect. It says best friend ever. You could stamp that in the center of it, of the thing, of the inside of the card. And then for the envelope, you can even, with the with that Misty Moonlight, take that flower that we used here, take that flower and stamp it on the front of the envelope in the Misty Moonlight. So we'll go ahead and do that. And you can either do a stamp off, so it's just a light on there. So there you go. And there is your card. So see how quick that was? That is really quick. And he's got some character on there. You can stamp a sentiment inside if you want to, or you can just leave it as a note. So lucky to know you. So thank you for sticking with me while I was getting better. Like I said, I'm going to post information about my craft along that I'm going to do at the end of the month. And that's maybe what, if it goes really well, that's probably what I'll do going forward, is do craft alongs, give people a chance to, if they want to craft with me while I'm doing the live, or if they just want a PDF version of what we're doing so they can use if they have the product already, or if they want to watch the live and then think, oh, I want it, and they want to get the supplies, they can. So thanks for sticking with me, and have a great night.